Hi everyone, welcome. It's FPLMattDay here, and this is my Game Week 4 transfer targets video. I'll be using Fantasy Football Hub again, going through my favourite picks from goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders, and forwards for Game Week 4. If you're new here, be sure to hit the subscribe button, give this video a like, and get any comments, questions, or thoughts in ahead of the first game week back post international break. And I know there's a lot of wildcards being used out there, so hopefully this video comes in handy. So we're going to share screen from the Fantasy Football Hub. I've been using this all season. If you want a membership, you can get 50% off right now and use all of these brilliant tools as well. We're going to start off with goalkeepers, and I'll zoom in a little bit more. I've bookmarked a couple of keepers on the screen there that I'm really liking. And the first one is Martinez from Aston Villa. You can see him here at 13.1% ownership. So it's pretty strong for a goalkeeper. But 5 million, only on 2 points per start. So it's not looking great right now. But he's got predicted points of 16.3 from game week 4 onwards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, next 8 game weeks. 4.3 against Everton, 4.2 against Wolves, and 3.9 against Ipswich over the next 3. It doesn't look like it's going to be more than what David Raya is going to get, potentially, in that sort of game week 6, game week 7 time. So that's sort of that long term. But the next couple of games here for Martinez is pretty strong at 4.3 and 4.2. And you'd probably rather back Martinez for Villa against Everton and Wolves at home than away to Spurs and City for David Raya. And then the next keeper I've bookmarked as a transfer target is Alisson Becker at 12.7% ownership, the same price at 5.5 million as David Raya, 7 points per start. And I know it takes up a Liverpool space, but it could be a good option instead of going for that Robertson Trent double up, because Liverpool will have the Champions League soon. So there might be some burnout in the legs. Probably not going to get the same with Alisson as a goalkeeper. If we look at these next few game weeks, 4.1, 4, 3.7, 3.5, only 15.4 predicted points within the next sort of 8 game weeks. But still at 7 points per start right now. Very strong pick. So go into my midfield picks. I'm going to do 2 from each position outside of your essential option. So we're not going to talk about Salah. But we're going to bookmark this guy here, Eze. Someone I took out on my game week 3 wild card. Not the best move. I went for Cole with Palmer. You can see below there has pretty strong predicted points as well. But Eze, 24.9% owned. He's only 6.9 million at 4.7 points per start over his next 3 game weeks. Leicester, Manchester United home, and Everton away. You're looking at 7.2, 6.8, and 6.1 points. Absolute bargain right now for me. As a midfielder, you can use him instead of having Cole Palmer over these next few. And it's going to save you a lot of money. It's going to give you an opportunity to build a really strong squad. So for me, really liking that pick of Eze from Palace. Sorry about that. So now let's go into another midfielder pick who I really like. I'm just going to load the screen a bit more because he shouldn't be too much further down. Luis Diaz is one here I really like, but he wasn't going to be the one I was going to talk about. He's on 10.7 points per start at the moment. We covered Liverpool a little bit with Alisson. You know, a lot of people already have Salah. They're not really too keen on doubling up. So I'm going to look at this man here, Mitoma, 6.6 million, 8.5% ownership, so it's low, 5.3 points per start so far, 19.5 predicted points. And his minutes look good as well, 88 predicted minutes. Always seems to be in that lineup for Brighton. No Europe this season, and they've got Ipswich, Forest, and Spurs at home over the next 4 games. They're all pretty good fixtures for Brighton. Throw Chelsea away in there as well, and Wolves in game week 9, and it doesn't look too bad for Karim Mitoma. So really liking that pick. Now let's go to the forward options, and this is where it's getting a little bit more difficult this season, as we're not seeing too many forwards kind of fire, because we've got Erling Haaland. He kind of covers that space in that attack. But I am going to say Isak here 8.5 million, 43.4% ownership still, 5.3 points per start. He's got a predicted points of 24 over the next 8 game weeks, 6.2 against Wolves, 5.9 against Fulham, 5.9 against Man City, 5.9 against Everton. So the fixtures outside of maybe that City one, in which Newcastle do usually score in anyway, are not that bad at all. I do think it's worth keeping him and targeting him for this game week against Wolves, who have conceded a horrible amount of goals so far this season, including, was it 6 at home to Chelsea back in game week 2. So he's definitely someone to keep an eye out for on a wild card, or just to keep rather than sell on a wild card. I don't think he's someone that you need to sell. And then the next one, João Pedro, probably an obvious one, but 5.7 million, 28.4% ownership, and 6 points per start. Very popular pick, an absolute enabler at that price. 21 predicted points over the next 8. And these next few game weeks, like we explained with Matoma, are pretty good for Brighton. 5.5 against Ipswich, 5.2 against Forest, 4.9 against Chelsea, and we think he should be on pens for Brighton as well. So I'm really liking a couple of those striker picks. So there you have it. Let me know what you think in the comments. Which players are you targeting for game week 4? Subscribe if you are new and enjoyed the video. Stay tuned for a live deadline stream this week and give the video a like as well. I'm FPLMattDay. Thanks to everyone that has tuned in, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye for now.